Anyways, just in case you haven't seen take 1, which was a disaster. Rule number 1. This is actually the number 1 rule for paintball. Sorry if the audio sounds terrible, by the way. Don't have a headphone jack for this. Anyways, on to actual number 1. Holy crap, that was a lot of kills. On to number 1. By the way, all this gameplay is actually being recorded right now. This is not a clip. So if you see me making a bit of commentary, or if I start panicking and making weird noises, you'll know why. Anyways, number 1. Don't be afraid of the game. Be afraid of the actual player, depending on their skill. If they're no sweat, you don't need to worry too much. Oh, shoot. And, working for level 30 in paintball isn't necessarily easy. I advise that if you want to get a high level very quickly, you ask one of your lower level friends to, oh my god, so many PlayStation notifications, notifications on your watch. Yeah. Ask one of your lower level friends to take you to the game instead, because matchmaking does some weird crap sometimes. And what? Number 2, don't get distracted. If you have a watch notification, like a call typically during video games, it can wait. Not really, depending on how serious it can be. Oh god, that's a guy. Yeah, this is one of those weird sounds moments. Okay. Tip number 3. If a player starts to scare you, never be afraid to run. The unwritten but universal rule in Rec Room is, or no, not really just in paintball, but any game, shot at, run. And I believe in this rule. By the way, that was not supposed to be number 3, that was supposed to be number 4. And no, I don't have all these written down. I don't have any of these written down. I'm just making these up as I go, but I do have a lot of them kind of in my head right now, so. Number 3, or no, 5, sorry. If you get shot, no, I just said that. What am I trying to say right now? I'm confused. Oh geez, that's not my flag, that's not my flag, that's not my flag. Always travel in groups. Unless they have a shotgun, then they're gonna be probably harder. Oh, by the way, nice flex on my kill streak. Anyways, don't be afraid to move in, no. Be afraid of the larger player groups. The larger the pack, the higher the chances of you or the opponent winning. Luck. And have kind of a professional moving the flag, because you move like slightly slower when you have the flag. So it can be really painful as you're trying to keep your kill streak and not die. And yeah, it can be really hard when you're trying not to die and you're trying to make sure that the enemies aren't doing anything. Oh my god, people are getting vote kicked a lot. Yeah, for number 1 trick, this one goes for VRs mostly. If there's a grenade near you, oh geez, oh god. Swipe your hand and then flip the trigger. This might be different for other people, but this is specifically for PSVR, which is what I use. Oh, tie game, nice. Anyways, you can throw grenades comically faster and farther by using this. As you can see, this is how you throw regularly, or depending on the strength of the person in the, well, I don't actually know what else. I'm only like 10, and I don't know anything. Homestead, instead. Actually, no, clear cut. No, river. It's river. Oh my god, I'm stupid. River is this map, but with the river. Homestead is the one with the house. Quarry is the rocky map that has only pistol, snipers, and shotguns, which is actually not a lot. Spillway is the factory, is the 2 factories that looks kind of like a TF2 map.
Ready to stop.
And it has pistols, shotguns, snipers, and grenade launchers. And Clear Cut, I believe, is the workstation kind of map that has all paintball weapons except for grenade launchers, I think. I haven't checked in a long time. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Hey, Isaac. Do they have grenade launchers in Clear Cut? I was literally just explaining it a minute ago. This is why it's good to video record in partners. This is kind of just a YouTube trick. Number 6, which I may be a bit off track because I got distracted. Yeah, ignore the toxic people. If you start getting wildly fast insulted because you killed a person fair and square, just completely ignore it. Trick number 2. You can hear people's footsteps really easily. So if you start to hear footsteps or gunshots, I don't highly recommend you spin a lot, but like if you spin a lot every couple of seconds with the shield up, it'll be a lot, like, considerably easier to protect yourself in the heat of battle. Like this. It can be really easy and nice. See, now for me personally, if you're in a fast-paced game, this one doesn't really go for paintball, but it can be paintball if it's kind of intense. Get to a high point and then jump and spin around 180 degrees or less. Just make sure you have a good vantage view over your enemies. It doesn't matter which way you go, but if you're in an intense battle and you need to make sure you're in a safe spot, jump up a little bit and spin around 180 like this. This is why you ignore toxic people. They can get you really distracted. 7. 7. What is 7? Hold on. Okay, number 7. Taking the flag is not easy. Number 8. Yeah, number 7 was kind of just, if you're the one holding the flag in the pack. Yeah, you're gonna move really slow, so you're gonna want to make sure that you have a fair amount of backup or a good weapon. 2 or 3 players, half your team or your whole team can be good for when you're taking the flag. Wow, this server's toxic. When you get out, don't worry, it's no sweat. You're gonna respawn soon. And if you do manage to get toxic through all this, because it can get pretty annoying eventually, this is kind of 8, and maybe 9, I forgot, if that was really a tip last time, is, if you get toxic, try to calm down as quickly as you possibly can. From back when I used to be toxic, like really toxic, I found it really hard to concentrate and get back into the swing of things and get back to being the kind of fun, friendly kind of person that I typically am. It can be hard when you're toxic because it's harder to concentrate when you're focusing on channeling all that rage, and it's just really hard. It's really harsh, and it's just annoying trying to keep your cool in battle. See, now chances are this guy's gonna get toxic.
Someone play the game!
Yes, as I was correct. Follow rule number 4, which I believe it was, I think. And it's, ignore the toxic. Stream tip. This is a bonus tip for streamers, for Rec Room streamers. Usually you should turn off audio. Like, you should typically turn off, being able to hear other players, because it can be really difficult for streamers to keep monetization going if there's a group of people constantly swearing. Possibly number 9 or 10. I'm not sure. Oh no. Do not, under any circumstances, do not let any enemies try and take your flag. Usually there should always be one person holding down the flag. Holding down the flag. And a group, the more players, the better for this. Yes, this is kind of embarrassing to have so many toxic people. 10 or 11, I completely forgot. I'm pretty sure it's 10 though. If somebody gets toxic on you, don't make a comeback. If they call you a hacker, ignore them. Ignore the toxics. I've said that so many times, but that's just because the server's pretty much infinite toxicity sometimes. And then after a while, you start to get the people that are like, how? And those kinds of people. Those people are annoying. There's not anything you can really do about them, other than just mute, block, or turn off audio for them. Here's why turning off the audio is considerably better than blocking them. If you block them, they're pretty much invisible anymore. Like, it's really hard to see you. Okay, I'm kind of getting a bit off track, but trick number 3. If you have dual pistols or just any gun near you, advantage. Yeah, I'm aware there's a battalion of blues. This is gonna get a bit random and a bit not random. I just said random almost twice in a row. See now, when you get vote kicked, tell as many people as you can. Just say nothing. This is kind of a trick. Tip or trick? You guys are gonna have to decide this one. Whoever ends up watching the stream in the future, if anybody even does. Tip or trick? Running as fast as you can in paintball to get the flag can be as effective as possible, depending on your athleticism, which does not mean anything. Ha ha ha. You guys are gonna have to figure that one out now, because I don't know what that is. Go for it, bucker. Ah, dang, they took the flag. We're fine! Woohoo! Tip, most likely 11. Shoot grenades if nobody's around them or willing to take them. Because one of the, number 12 on the tips, which I'm still on number 11, but I'm just saying this one real quick. Sharing is caring. This is something I saw in a dodgeball tips and tricks video. Share as many weapons and other items that you have with your teammates, because the more diverse and spread out your weapon system is, the better your team is off. Something else I like to call, this is kind of a weird name for it, but I like to call it mysteries. The reason why I call it mysteries is because, well, always take a different route. Always use different weapons, and you should typically hide your name. Also, people that claim that you target them, jerks. Ignore these people. Weird flex real quick. 48 kills. Ah, are you taking the flag? Because this is good for another tip. Escorting the flag is a vital component. If your flag is taken by any circumstances, 13 and 14. By the way, I'm only going up to 20. Escort the flag as quickly as possible. That's 13. And 14 is as soon as your flag gets taken, immediately make a beeline for it so that nobody else can take it. And immediately try and restore the flag. See now, 13 and 14, not exactly as important as you'd think, but in reality, this has saved me lots and lots of games. Oh yeah, this is kind of a trick slash tip about paintball. The player with the best stats in the game, not really best not really best stats in the game, but like most kills and least deaths gets an item. Typically a food item, but it can also be a clothing item, I think. I don't know. So let's see, me and Hydrogen over here, aka Isaac, got the 2 highest scores on the server.
You little piece of garbage.
Just mute him. He's only gonna keep annoying you. Isaac, tip 15. Don't make a comeback. If you get roasted or dissed, ignore it, move on. You can accept it and keep being mad about it for the rest of the game and want to get revenge, or you can just hold on to it for like 3 seconds and let it go.
Ready to stop.
15. Everybody can get toxic. It's kind of a common trait between people. It's kind of hard to overcome being toxic, but after a while, you eventually learn what the best way to handle your anger is. Personally, I go on to a different game and just do whatever I possibly can to beat up a dummy or something. Oh boy. This is kind of mildly infuriating for me. Just don't know why I'm adding this in the stream. I really want to cut this out if I can. But, people who put random crap in their name, like a plus and an asterisk, just annoy me so much. I don't know why that makes them, see, like Swoozy, like they have a crazy long name. This is also another trick. This kind of relates to this. Have a short username. The shorter your username is, the harder it is to find you. Personally, my name is comma comma comma. Yes, it is literally 3 commas in a row. And that makes it really easy for me to do something stealthily, because the shorter your name, the harder you are to find. 16 or 17. I'm pretty sure it's 17. Only 4 more before I do like 3 more tips. Double anything is good other than snipers. 17. Just don't try and melee, like not melee. Just don't try and use a sniper to close up or quick scope. It's just stupid. 17 or 18. I'm pretty sure this is the last 2 or 3. But if somebody's got a long username, scout them out. Just look for anybody with a long username. 18 or 19. I'm gonna go to 21 just in case. Listen to footsteps. It's really important to be as stealthy as possible, so try and jump a lot. Because the more you jump, the less impact that your footsteps make. So, I am probably gonna get, like, destroyed in the comments for this. About how, this is stupid. Jumping makes a louder noise than footsteps. But at the same time, you're gonna be regretting your whole life the second that you start getting detected a lot more because you're not jumping at all. So, this is a common mistake between players, but like, jump. Just jump. That's number 19. 19 is jump. 21. This one goes for VRs. Well, actually, this kind of goes for everybody, but it's better for VRs. Jeez. Something useful In the heat of battle, which I think I actually just forgot for some reason. Oh god, I forgot. Yeah, I completely forgot 19. Trick! Nice trick. Fool your enemies. Shoot, have someone start shooting any large shot, like anything with the, oh my god, this guy's resilient. Anything, like shoot anything that has a large distance, like shot radius, that can be used as if it was a flare gun. This can be useful to trick your enemies, which is also very important. Oh, that's a sniper, by the way. Get back here. Haha, that's tip number 16, I think. No, it's tip 13. Or 14. 14 or 15, I can't remember. Which is, immediately make a beeline for your flag to restore it. Everything in this video is not actually an official tip or trick. I'm kind of making this up. But these are just tips and tricks that work for me professionally. Anyways, this, oh yeah! Tip for VR. This one is kind of a crossover from 16 or like 17 or 18, I don't know. This kind of goes with jump. Jump and crouch a lot, especially when you're fighting. Cause like crouch down and jump up a lot because it can make you a lot harder to identify. 20. This one specifically goes for VRs and VRs only because they are the freest of everybody. When you're jumping a lot from using the jumping trick and also the or the jumping tip and also the crouching. This is kind of a add-on to, well actually this one's kind of just all 19. Haha, funny, I have 19 kills while I'm doing number 19. Yeah, when you're jumping up, move your body as high as you can go to make it as hard as you can be to see. The more you move, the harder it is for people to kill you. But at the same time, blatantly running around on the ground like this, simply doing this is a very, very harsh don't in my book. Because it's really loud for your footsteps. Another thing, don't just shoot randomly unless you're using 18, which I'm pretty sure, I don't know, I'm losing my mind with all these tips and tricks. Yeah, I should have just written this down. Anyways, unless you're using one of my previous tips, which was have one person confuse them with the flare shots from a grenade launcher or something, or like a shotgun, or just anything with a wide range or a noticeable. Like the more noticeable it is, probably is going to be the better. So don't just randomly fire unless you know for a fact you're either going to hit an enemy or you're actually going to do something with the shots. Or like, just don't randomly fire. Last tip. This is a really, really big and useful tip. Stay hydrated. Thank you for watching this tips and tricks video. Anybody who sees this in the future, just know, recently we put out, me and Isaac teamed up together to make a game, which is called, what is it called? Hold on. No, it's not Final Battle. I really wish I didn't just show that on screen. Yeah, it's called Red on Blue PvP. And the description didn't save.
If you can hear me, check me out.
Yeah. It's still kind of work in progress, but it's also not. Thank you for watching. Have a good rest of the day. Discord is in the description. Bye.